Okay, so I want to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers and why they are not going to go to the finals this year. All right. The narrative is not for the Cleveland Cavaliers. At least I believe it's not because it's too obvious. Okay. Now, I'm going to explain this series right here. I'm going to get to this series back in 2016. But first, I want to just show you about Cleveland and why they're not getting to the finals. I personally believe that Cleveland, if they don't get eliminated by Indiana, they will be eliminated in the next round. Okay, so Cleveland's defense right here is ranked 29th. Now, if this team gets to the finals, it would be too obvious. All right, that's my personal opinion. If they get to the finals, it'd be too obvious because stats don't lie. Okay, people look at this stuff, and it wouldn't make sense for Cleveland to get to the finals with this bad of a defense. Indiana should have won the second game. They should have probably won today, okay? But they didn't. So I see Cleveland getting eliminated very soon because if they do push it where Cleveland gets to the finals, it would just raise too many questions, okay? People would start questioning the game about it being rigged again. It just seems too obvious, okay? Because, like I said, stats don't lie. A team that's ranked 29th on defensive efficiency is not going to get to the finals, okay? It's just too obvious. And, if it did happen, people would be asking too many questions because, like I said, people look at stats like this, okay, and it doesn't make sense. It's not in the narrative this year. All right, that's why I think Cleveland is not going to get there. Now, if you take a look at this matchup right here, now first of all, I went through and did some research on the Toronto Raptors, and personally, I believe back in 2015, 2016, 2017 season, last year, when they went to the conference semifinals against the Cavaliers, they purposely lost the series. Okay, the last time Toronto has been in the conference finals was back in 2015, 2016 season. Okay, they haven't made an NBA finals or a conference finals since even before 1996, okay? Now, don't forget Toronto's from Canada. They don't want a Canadian team winning the NBA finals, okay? Now, the reason why I believe that Toronto threw this series against the Cavaliers is if you take a look at the defensive efficiency on this team, okay? This was last year, 2016. All right. If you take a look at Cleveland had a really good offense. Number 2, Toronto had number 7. All right. Now, if you take a look at their defense back in 2016, 2017 season, Toronto was a number 11. Cleveland was 22nd. Okay. And you look at the results, they lost 4 straight to the Cavaliers. Okay, 4 straight. And these games weren't even close. If you take a look at all these games that they played against the Cavaliers, they were not even close. And Cleveland had a terrible defense. Okay, so you're telling me that Toronto couldn't win one game and not even stay close with an 11th ranked defense compared to a 22nd defense? And just to show you more proof that this series was completely thrown by the Toronto Raptors, if you go back to the 2015-2016 season, when they reached the conference finals against the Cavaliers, they were able to win 2 games, and they were worse on both sides, on both ends of the floor. That's what doesn't make sense. Okay? Now, look here. They lost the first 2, then they won 2, and then they lost 2. Okay? It doesn't make sense. They were actually worse in the 2015-2016 season than they were in the 2016-2017 series. That's why I laugh when I see this, because they were actually worse the year prior, and they were able to win 2 games against the Cavaliers. Okay, just to go back to show you what I mean here. Like I said, in the 2016-2017 series, okay, Toronto is a number 7 on offense. Cleveland is a 2. All right. So Cleveland obviously has the edge in offense. Now, if you take a look at the defense, okay, 2016-2017 season, Toronto has an 11th best defense compared to a 22nd best defense. So you're telling me that Toronto could not win 1 game on the defensive side? Doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. And this shows right here 4 straight losses, and these games aren't even close. They wanted Cleveland to breeze through this series. That's why Toronto threw this series, and these games weren't even close. Okay, that is what happened. Now, if you take a look at the 2015 season, okay, Cleveland is a 3 on offense. Toronto's a 6. Okay, so Cleveland's better. Cleveland's better. All right. Now, if you take a look at the defensive side, all right, 2015-2016 season, once again, Cleveland is a 9. Toronto's an 11. All right. So, like I said, in the 2015 season, Cleveland is better on both ends of the floor, yet Toronto is able to win 2 games. In the 2016 season, Toronto is better on the defensive end, and they're not able to win 1. So that's what I mean. They got 4 straight losses. The games aren't even close. That is why I believe that Toronto threw this series to the Cavaliers last year, so that they could meet up once again, the rematch with Golden State. Okay, they had enough energy. They breezed through Toronto. Toronto threw that series, had a good series with Boston. That's another thing. They wanted the ratings with Boston and the Cavaliers over Boston and Toronto, obviously. Okay. But the point is that this was an easy series for the Cavaliers. And the Cavaliers beat Boston, and then Cavs got to the finals and played Golden State, and then they lost to Golden State last year. All right, so that is what I wanted to show you in this video. Like I said, once again, this year, the Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers, they are not going to get to the finals this year. All right, so leave a comment down below what you think. A lot of people were saying other teams threw the game. I believe the Toronto Raptors are the team that threw that game last year against the Cavs. Did a lot of research on that. So comment down below. Tell me what you think. And I'll be back with some more videos. And I'll see you then.